Members, would you please go to agenda item number 6? I'm sorry, number 7, excuse me. This is an action item, Mr. Grindstaff. This is the appointment of the Delta lead scientist.
It is.
It's a continuation of the action you noticed us on in September of last year, which was the report from the Science Board on interviews of candidates and so on and their recommendations.
Under our Enabling Act, the Independent Science Board is supposed to recommend a lead scientist to the council, and they have gone through a very extensive process of interviews, and we reported to you in September and I think again in November on the process, and we've been trying to finalize this, and I would like for Dr. Norgard to be here, but he actually is sick today, so he can't be here to do this, but it is the recommendation of the Independent Science Board, and I certainly concur that the council appoint Dr. Peter Goodwin as the lead scientist for the program. The lead scientist is actually paid for by USGS, and we have had an ongoing cooperative relationship for them for a number of years. And as I think you've seen with Dr. Dom, before that, Dr. Mike Healy, we've had a number of outstanding scientists who are at the very top of their profession. And so with that, I would like to recommend Dr. Goodwin. He's here if you'd like to hear from him.
Dr. Goodwin, you want to step up? Why don't you grab a chair up there? Members, you recall that there was some question about whether, since the hiring process or the process had recommendations, whether there would be a public comment period. So this is essentially 5 months that's existed for public comment period, and
not a single negative comment.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, that's correct. So we've had 5 months of public exposure on this. And Mr. Goodman, are you still sure you want to do all of this? I mean, you're safely ensconced in the University of Idaho with an international reputation, and you still want to do this?
Well, that's a great question. No, of course, this is a very challenging position, and I think what Dr. Dahm has done for you over the last 2 years in raising the awareness of science, it's just a great opportunity. And of course, you probably realize that in this program, the integration of science and policy really is a very, very innovative approach. So whether you're in Europe, whether you're in South America, people are really looking at this program. So I think the opportunity is great, and in answer to your question, yes.
Okay, members, we've had Dr. Goodwin's resume and CV for 5 months, and time for public comments. Any questions by members of the council? Pat?
I would just note that it took most of 5 months to read it. It's very impressive.
All right, comments and questions. Anyone in the audience like to speak to us before we act on this motion? Okay.
I would move the appointment.
Moved Mr. Natoli. Second, Ms. Gray. Okay, call the roll, starting with Mr. Nordhoff.
Nordhoff, aye.
Johnston, aye.
Gray, aye.
Marcus, aye.
Fiorini, aye.
Eisenberg, aye.
Natoli, aye.
7-0, not bad. Not bad. Doctor, thank you very much. We understand, I think it's March 1st is your first reporting day. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I strongly believe that Mr. Grindstaff and the staff is likely to be harassing you with questions, at least long distance, prior to that time, with all this commotion going on. And we look forward to working with you, and thank you for considering this and agreeing to do it.
Mr. Chair, could we invite Dr. Goodwin to sit up in the position for the...
Now that you're there, the lead scientist chair is right there at the corner. Can we entice you into doing that?
Okay, well, thank you for your confidence, and I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you.